What if I told you that in just 14 days, without any pills, gym memberships, or crash diets, you could feel more energetic, sleep better, think clearer, and even lose that stubborn belly fat? Sounds too good to be true, right? But here's the surprising truth. Sugar may be silently sabotaging your health, especially after 60. You might not even realize it, but that harmless morning toast, midday snack, or evening dessert could be draining your energy, inflaming your joints, clouding your memory, and keeping your body stuck in slow mode. The good news? You can turn everything around in just 2 weeks, by doing one simple thing: cutting out sugar. In this video, we'll reveal the 10 life-changing things that happen when seniors quit sugar for 14 days, backed by real science and real stories. If you're ready to wake up feeling younger, lighter, and sharper, you're in the right place. Let's get started. The first 3 days: withdrawal and early response. Now let's talk about the first 3 days, because, let's be honest, these are usually the toughest. This is where most people struggle, especially seniors who've been eating a certain way for decades. When you quit sugar, your body doesn't just say thank you right away. It reacts, and not always in pleasant ways. But understanding why can make all the difference. First up, withdrawal. Yes, sugar withdrawal is real. And no, you're not imagining things when you feel off. You may notice headaches, fatigue, or just a general foggy feeling like your brain's running in slow motion. Some people even feel anxious or irritable, snapping at loved ones, or just feeling uneasy for no reason. These symptoms are your brain's response to losing its quick hit of glucose. You see, sugar lights up the same reward centers in the brain as addictive substances like nicotine or even cocaine. That feel-good spike you get from a cookie or soda. Your brain misses it when it's gone. This is especially important to understand if you're over 60, because your brain has had a lifetime of those dopamine hits from sugar. It's grown dependent on them. So when you take them away, the brain reacts almost like it's going through withdrawal from a drug. That's why you may feel so out of sorts during these early days. But here's the good news: it passes. Usually within 72 hours, your body starts to shift, and the fog begins to lift. Now, to help you get through this tricky phase, there are a few smart things you can do. First and foremost, stay hydrated. Water helps flush out toxins and keeps your energy levels from crashing too hard. Next, make sure you're getting enough rest. Don't push yourself. Your body is adjusting, and sleep is one of the most powerful tools for healing. Also, be sure to eat healthy fats and fiber. Think avocados, chia seeds, nuts, olive oil, and leafy greens. These keep you full, stabilize your blood sugar, and help reduce cravings. When your brain's screaming for sugar, feeding it a spoonful of peanut butter with no added sugar can do wonders. Now let's move to the second major thing that happens. Inflammation begins to shift, and not in the way you might expect. Here's something surprising. During these first few days, some people actually feel more joint stiffness or itchiness than usual. And if that's you, don't panic. It's not a sign something's wrong. It's actually the opposite. Sugar is highly inflammatory. It irritates your joints, damages your blood vessels, and creates microscopic injuries throughout your body. When you stop eating sugar, your body starts processing and clearing out all that built-up inflammation. It's part of the repair process. And like any cleanup job, it can get a little messy before things get better. Think of it like this: your body's been in survival mode for years, constantly putting out fires caused by sugar. Now that you've removed the fuel, your cells can finally take a breath and start repairing the damage. It's like your immune system saying, "Okay, now I can finally get to work." So yes, you may feel some stiffness or soreness in your knees, hips, or hands, but that's the inflammation coming to the surface and getting ready to go. Within a few more days, Many people report the opposite: less pain, more flexibility, and easier movement. The most important thing to remember during these first 3 days is this: you're not just detoxing your body, you're retraining it. You're teaching it to rely on steady, nourishing fuel rather than quick sugar fixes. That shift sets the stage for all the amazing benefits to come in the days ahead. So if you're struggling during this early phase, don't give up. This discomfort is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. Stick with it, because once you get through the sugar fog, you'll feel like a whole new you. Days 4 to 7, Metabolic Shift. Now that you've made it through the first 3 days, congratulations. By the way, your body starts to undergo a noticeable transformation. This is what we call the metabolic shift, and it's where things really start to get exciting. By day 4, your body begins switching from sugar-burning mode to fat-burning mode. This change doesn't just help with weight loss, it transforms how your body makes and uses energy. When you're eating sugar regularly, your body relies on it for quick bursts of energy. But the downside is that it burns out fast, leaving you tired, foggy, and looking for your next fix. That's why so many people experience that dreaded afternoon crash, where all you want to do is nap or grab a snack just to get through the rest of the day. But without sugar in your system, your body has to start burning fat for fuel, and here's the good news: even lean people have tens of thousands of calories stored in fat reserves. Once your body begins tapping into that, the result is steady, clean, reliable energy. No more roller coaster rides, no more mood swings, and definitely no more slumping into the couch after lunch. Many seniors describe it as having a lightness they haven't felt in years, like their battery is finally staying charged all day long. This shift also plays a huge role in balancing blood sugar levels. With less sugar coming in and more fat being used for energy, there are fewer spikes and crashes. If you've ever felt dizzy or lightheaded after skipping a meal, or if you've ever woken up shaky in the morning, those symptoms often begin to fade during this phase. Balanced blood sugar means fewer cravings, better appetite control, and much more endurance throughout the day. And then there's something that most people over 60 truly appreciate: better sleep. When you're eating a high-sugar diet, your body holds on to more water. That's because glucose pulls water into your kidneys as it's filtered out. The result? You're up several times a night going to the bathroom, and your sleep gets chopped into pieces. But once sugar is removed, something incredible happens. With lower glucose levels, your kidneys aren't overloaded anymore. You're simply not pulling all that excess fluid into your bladder. So you'll find yourself sleeping more soundly, and not waking up nearly as much in the middle of the night. And that, in turn, leads to deeper healing. During quality sleep, your body repairs cells, regulates hormones, and boosts immune function, critical benefits, especially as we age. And speaking of critical benefits, let's talk about the brain. Around day 5 or 6, you may notice something else: sharper thinking. That senior moment feeling? It starts to fade. You remember things more clearly, focus more easily, and feel more mentally alert. This isn't just a coincidence. Sugar has been shown to suppress something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's a protein that helps grow new brain cells and keeps your mind young and flexible. Low BDNF levels are linked to memory problems and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. But when you remove sugar, BDNF levels rise, and so does your brain power. Seniors often report that after just 1 week without sugar, they feel mentally brighter, calmer, and even happier. Mood swings decrease, and their minds feel more awake. It's not magic, it's biology finally working the way it was meant to. So by the end of day 7, you're not only sleeping better and feeling stronger, you're thinking more clearly, moving with more ease, and starting to experience what life feels like without sugar dragging you down. Days 8 to 14, visible and internal healing. Once you've made it to day 8, you're officially past the toughest part. Your energy is more stable, your cravings have likely faded, and your body is running on fat instead of sugar. But now, something even more exciting begins. This is when many people start seeing and feeling the external and internal healing that quitting sugar brings. And for seniors, these changes can be nothing short of life-changing. Let's start with something you can literally see in the mirror, your face. If you've ever woken up feeling puffy, noticed sagging under your eyes, or dealt with swelling in your hands or ankles, you're not alone. These are all signs of chronic inflammation and water retention, two things sugar loves to promote. When your body is constantly flooded with sugar, it stores more water, especially in your soft tissues. It's almost like your skin is holding onto a sponge soaked in excess fluid. But here's the beautiful part, around day 8 or 9, that puffiness begins to fade. Your face starts looking more defined. The bags under your eyes? They shrink. Even your fingers and joints might feel less stiff and swollen. This happens because, without sugar, your body naturally flushes out retained water and starts calming inflammation throughout your tissues. And it's not just cosmetic. That same inflammation that made your face look tired is also what caused your joints to ache and your knees to feel stiff in the morning. When it starts clearing out, you move more easily and feel lighter, inside and out. But it's not just your joints that benefit, it's your heart and arteries, too. One of the lesser-known effects of sugar is how it damages the inside of your blood vessels. Over time, high glucose levels make your arteries stiff and inflamed. This raises your blood pressure, increases your risk for strokes and heart attacks, and forces your heart to work harder just to circulate blood. It's like trying to pump water through a garden hose that's turning to concrete. However, by day 10 or so, your arteries start to relax, literally. Without sugar causing damage, inflammation drops and your blood vessels regain some of their natural elasticity. That means your blood pressure may naturally lower without medication. And it gets better, your cholesterol numbers also begin to shift. Triglycerides, which are directly linked to sugar intake, drop. LDL, or bad cholesterol, goes down. HDL, the good, protective kind, often increases. This is a powerful trifecta that protects your heart and reduces your risk of cardiovascular events. Here's an exciting new finding to back this up. A 2024 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who cut added sugars for just 14 days experienced a 15% improvement in arterial function and a 20% reduction in triglyceride levels. That's in just 2 weeks. It's incredible how fast the body can heal when we remove what's hurting it. But the healing doesn't stop there. In fact, some of the most overlooked improvements happen in 3 key areas: your kidneys, your eyes, and your nerves. Let's start with the kidneys. These powerful little organs filter your blood 24/7, and when sugar is too high, they suffer. That's why people with high blood sugar often develop protein in their urine or have rising creatinine levels. But once sugar intake drops, the kidneys get a break. They're no longer overloaded, and inflammation in those tiny filtering units, called nephrons, starts to calm down. The result? Better kidney function and less stress on your entire urinary system. Then there's your eyes. Many seniors chalk up vision issues to just getting older, but high sugar often plays a bigger role than we think. Blurred vision, watery or itchy eyes, and even early signs of diabetic retinopathy can all be linked to excess glucose in the bloodstream. Around day 10 or 11, many people start noticing clearer vision, colors seem sharper, focus improves, and that dry or gritty feeling in the eyes starts to fade. That's your eyes thanking you for reducing the sugar load. Finally, let's talk about nerve health, especially in your hands and feet. If you've ever experienced tingling, numbness, or that strange pins and needles sensation when walking or lying in bed, it could be a sign of peripheral neuropathy. This condition is often caused or worsened by high sugar levels damaging the small nerves at the ends of your body. The good news? Nerves can begin to regenerate once the sugar is removed. Many seniors report that by the end of the second week, those uncomfortable sensations start easing up. You may feel more stable when walking, less tingling in your toes, and better grip in your hands. So by the end of day 14, what's happening is much more than weight loss. Your body is rebalancing. You're seeing changes in the mirror, but even more importantly, healing is taking place in your heart, your kidneys, your vision, and your nerves. And the best part? These improvements keep going the longer you stay off sugar. What you've started in 14 days could turn into the healthiest chapter of your life yet. Weight loss after 60. By now, you've probably noticed that something amazing is happening with your weight. And if you're over 60, this next part is especially important, because losing weight gets harder as we age, but quitting sugar makes it surprisingly doable. In the first week of going sugar-free, most seniors will lose about 4 to 6 pounds. Now, let's be honest, that initial drop isn't all fat. A lot of it is water weight, and here's why. Your body stores sugar in the form of glycogen, and for every gram of glycogen, your body holds onto about 3 grams of water. So when you stop eating sugar and start using up those glycogen stores, your body releases all that extra water, almost like deflating a balloon. But here's where it gets exciting. During the second week, your body moves beyond just dropping water. It actually starts to burn real fat. And for most people over 60, that fat tends to collect in one of the most dangerous places, around the belly. Now, this isn't just about how your clothes fit. Belly fat, also known as visceral fat, wraps around your internal organs and increases your risk for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and even cancer. It produces harmful chemicals that create inflammation throughout your entire body. So when you reduce sugar and your body switches to fat-burning mode, it often starts by attacking that belly fat first, which is a massive win for your health. You may even notice your waist shrinking, your clothes fitting better, and your posture improving, because you're literally lightening the load your body has been carrying for years. But here's something most people overlook. When you remove sugar from your diet, you also naturally gain better control over your appetite. Here's how it works. Sugar triggers a hormone called insulin, which tells your body to store fat and ramps up hunger signals. High insulin means you're constantly hungry, even when your body has plenty of energy stored. That's why you might have found yourself reaching for snacks between meals, or feeling ravenous at night. But when you lower your sugar intake, insulin levels drop, and when that happens, your hunger signals calm down. Your body starts recognizing that it has fuel available, plenty of it stored as fat, and there's no urgent need to eat every few hours. Seniors often say they feel freed from food after just 10 to 14 days without sugar. Cravings disappear, snacking stops, and meals become more satisfying. You eat when you're truly hungry, not because your hormones are tricking you into thinking you are. This natural appetite control makes it much easier to maintain your new eating habits. No gimmicks. No starvation. Just your body working the way it was designed to. So, if you've ever felt stuck or discouraged about losing weight after 60, let this be your turning point. Sugar isn't just a sweet treat, it's been holding you back. And once it's gone, your body finally gets the chance to let go of the weight it never needed in the first place. Hormones, nutrients, and long-term benefits. Now that your energy is up, your sleep is better, and your waistline is shrinking, you might be thinking, what's next? What happens after the 14 days? Well, this is where the long-term transformation begins. Because quitting sugar doesn't just help you feel better right now, it lays the foundation for better hormonal health, stronger nutrient absorption, and even slower aging in the months and years ahead. Let's start with your hormones, the chemical messengers that control just about everything in your body, from metabolism to mood to muscle growth. One of the most important hormones affected by sugar is insulin. When you eat sugar, your body releases insulin to help move that sugar into your cells. But if you've been eating high-sugar foods for years, as many of us have, your cells start to resist insulin's signals. This condition is called insulin resistance, and it's incredibly common in people over 60. It leads to weight gain, constant hunger, fatigue, and eventually conditions like type 2 diabetes. But the moment you remove sugar from your diet, insulin levels begin to drop. And when they do, your insulin sensitivity improves. That means your body no longer needs to pump out extra insulin just to get the job done. And this one simple change has a powerful ripple effect across your entire hormonal system. For example, cortisol, your body's main stress hormone, starts to calm down. Elevated insulin and cortisol often go hand in hand, especially in people with belly fat, poor sleep, or high blood pressure. Once sugar is gone, cortisol levels tend to normalize, helping you feel less stressed and more emotionally stable. But there's more. Lower insulin resistance also allows your body to absorb and use important micronutrients far more efficiently. That's something many seniors struggle with, nutrient deficiencies, even when eating relatively well. But the problem isn't always what you're eating. Sometimes, it's what your body isn't absorbing. Take vitamin D, for example. It's crucial for healthy bones, a strong immune system, and muscle maintenance. Yet many seniors are low in it, even with supplements. Why? Because high insulin levels interfere with vitamin D metabolism. When insulin resistance improves, so does your ability to absorb and utilize this essential nutrient. The same is true for magnesium and potassium, both of which are vital for muscle function, nerve health, sleep quality, and blood pressure regulation. Seniors with insulin resistance often lose these minerals through urine, which contributes to muscle cramps, fatigue, and irregular heart rhythms. But when insulin sensitivity improves, your body starts holding on to these minerals properly, allowing them to do their job. And let's not forget the B vitamins, especially B1, thiamine, and B12. These are key for energy production, brain function, and even mood regulation. A sugar-heavy diet drains B vitamins and blocks their absorption. But once sugar is reduced, your body has a chance to rebuild those stores and use these nutrients more efficiently. Altogether, this improved nutrient absorption has a profound impact. It helps prevent osteoporosis, supports muscle strength, reduces fatigue, and even improves cognitive clarity. You're not just feeling better, you're functioning better on a cellular level. Now, let's take a moment to talk about something deeper: aging. Sugar plays a huge role in the aging process, far more than most people realize. When you consume sugar, it binds to proteins and fats in your body in a process called glycation. This produces harmful compounds called AGEs, or advanced glycation end products. And just like the name suggests, AGEs age your body, from the inside out. They stiffen your joints, damage your collagen, weaken your skin, and accelerate brain aging. AGEs are directly linked to arthritis, wrinkles, memory problems, and even Alzheimer's disease. The higher your sugar intake, the faster these AGEs form, and the faster your body breaks down. But when you cut sugar, you slow this process significantly. Fewer AGEs means more tissue flexibility, healthier skin, smoother joints, and a sharper brain as you age. Your cells can focus on repairing and rebuilding, instead of constantly trying to mop up the damage sugar leaves behind. It's like giving your body a chance to hit the reset button. Instead of fast-tracking toward inflammation, fatigue, and decline, you're steering yourself toward strength, clarity, and vitality. So what starts as a short-term sugar detox ends up giving you long-term control over your health, and even the aging process itself. You're not just improving your blood sugar or your weight, you're restoring your body's ability to thrive. And for anyone over 60, that's not just important, it's empowering. Stick with it, because this is how you age with energy, dignity, and strength. And the best part? You're just getting started. After just 14 days without sugar, you've given your body an incredible head start toward healing and transformation. You can expect more energy throughout the day, without the sugar crashes. Sharper thinking and memory, goodbye to those senior moments. Deeper, more restful sleep and fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Less joint pain and swelling, thanks to reduced inflammation. Healthier blood sugar and blood pressure, naturally. Visible changes, a slimmer waistline, clearer skin, and less puffiness. Improved digestion and stronger immunity, thanks to better nutrient absorption. And best of all, a renewed sense of control over your health. Your body isn't just reacting to a diet change, it's finally getting the chance to repair, reset, and thrive. Now it's your turn to take the first step. Start today, ditch sugar for just 14 days and see what your body is capable of. Trust me, the results may surprise you. We'd love to hear from you. What's the one sugar craving that's hardest for you to quit? Drop it in the comments below. Let's support each other on this journey. And if you're ready to dive deeper, don't miss our next video, 7 hidden sugars that are damaging your health after 60. You'll be shocked where sugar is hiding. You've got this. Let's age stronger, together.